welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Ren and I make videos a couple of times a week about books and pop culture, and today I have a book haul for you. I make it my life's mission to find every gay bookshop that exists ever, and recently I went to visit my friend in Manchester, and in Manchester there's a shop called Queer Lit, which is a gay bookshop, and it has so many things to offer, so many different sections and genres, and covers all of the LGBTQIA plus spectrum, all the things. So obviously I could not go in there without doing some bank account damage, so I thought I would give you a little book haul. Everyone should go check them out. They are moving soon to a bigger unit with a coffee shop, which is going to be amazing. I'm definitely going to be making a visit up there so that I can visit their new shop, but go check them out. I'll leave their website down below. So yeah, let's get in to the book haul and tote bag haul. So I also got a badge from there, which is this really cute badge, which says libraries are for everyone, and it has a little rainbow, which I think is so good, especially with so many book bans and stuff at the moment. We saw it and my friend was like, this is so you. I'm going to put it on my backpack, which is the Kanken Pride one, so it fits very well. I also got a tote bag. Can I go anywhere without buying a tote bag? I feel like it's a queer rite of passage to just own a ridiculous amount of tote bags. So I got this one, which is very obvious. It just says Queer Lit, Manchester's award-winning LGBTQ plus bookshop. I really liked it, and I like the giant Q. All of my tote bags are gay. Spoilers for one of the books that I got. I got this other tote bag which came with the book, so like I said, spoilers for one of the books. It's a Bellies tote bag that was free, that the guy gave me. He was so nice. He was so good at giving like recommendations and just like knew everything, just knew all the inventory, and it was just so good. It was such a nice conversation, and he was just giving so many good recommendations. Like, I could have spent hours in there. It was. They also wrap all of their books, so I have two here and two in another one, with this cute little sticker that says wear your colours with pride. So I want to try and save the sticker. So I got a little bookmark. This is the flag with Queer Lit written all over it. I got Bellies. This is by Nicola Dinnan. I've seen this around and it was on my list of things to get, and then while I was in there I was like, I'm just gonna get it. I'm gonna read the blurbs for you for all of these books, because give you as much information as possible. Begins as your typical boy meets boy. While out with friends at a university drag night, Tom buys Ming a drink. Confident and witty, a charming young playwright, Ming is the perfect antidote to Tom's awkward energy, and their connection is instant. Tom finds himself deeply and desperately drawn into Ming's orbit, and on the cusp of graduation he's already mapped out their future together. But shortly after they move to London to start their next chapter, Ming announces her intention to transition. From London to Kuala Lumpur, New York to Cologne, we follow Tom and Ming as they face shifts in their relationship in the wake of Ming's transition. Through a spiral of unforeseen crisis, some personal, some professional, some life-altering, Tom and Ming are forced to confront the vastly different shapes their lives have taken since graduating, and each must answer the essential question: is it worth losing a part of yourself to become who you want to be? I've heard so many good things about this. It has loads of good reviews, and I think that it's a really interesting topic. Like, this happens. I follow someone on TikTok actually that this happened. This is like exact same situation happened, and I think it's a really interesting discussion. It is something which is a very real thing, and I think it's really important to show those, you know, different relationships and how those relationships go through things like this, and I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, I've heard so many good things about it. Apparently it's a really good exploration of that, and a very realistic exploration, so I'm really looking forward to starting it. They've just started roadworks outside. I'm so sorry if you can hear the roadworks. Why? And then I was recommended Tell Me I'm Worthless by Alison Rumfitt. I was recommended this because I said that I just read Boy Parts by Eliza Clark. Read Boy Parts while I was on holiday, and oh my god, like, still don't know if I've fully formed my cohesive thoughts on Boy Parts. I bought Penance, which is Eliza Clark's second novel. I bought that, so I clearly liked Boy Parts enough to want to read more of Eliza Clark's writing, but oh my god, it was not what I was expecting at all. It is like, there's a lot going on. Apparently this is 10 times worse, and like so much more fucked up. So let's see. A dark, unflinching, haunted house novel that takes readers from the world of the literary gothic up through Brighton's queer scene and into the heart of modern day trans experience. 3 years ago, Alice spent one night in an abandoned house with her friends, Isla and Hannah. Since then, things have not been going well. Alice is living a haunted existence, selling videos of herself cleaning for money, going to parties she hates, drinking herself to sleep. She hasn't spoken to Isla since they went into the house. She hasn't seen Hannah either. Memories of that night torment her mind and her flesh, but when Isla asks her to return to the house past the keep out sign over the sick earth where teenagers dare each other to venture, she knows she must go. Together, Alice and Isla face the horrifying occurrences that happen there, must pull themselves apart from the inside out, put their differences aside, and try to rescue Hannah, who the house has chosen to make its own. Cutting, disruptive, and darkly funny, Tell Me I'm Worthless is a vital work of trans horror that confronts both supernatural and real-world terrors as it examines the devastating effects of trauma and the way fascism makes us destroy ourselves and each other. Apparently it's brilliant, but apparently it is very, very, very heavy. There are a lot of trigger warnings, so don't go into this without like reading all of those trigger warnings. The guy was saying to me, like, if boy parts sat heavy on you, definitely like this will be even worse. So it's not one that I'm going to go into lightly. I don't know if I'm going to read it immediately. It's probably like, especially because I have read boy parts so recently, but I'm definitely interested, and apparently it's such an interesting discussion and such an important discussion, so I'm really looking forward to starting it when I do. And it's actually Eliza Clark is has like blurbed it, so she's the cover of it, so I think that shows that they're very much in line with each other. And then we have the next two, which I got Ghost Wood Song by Erica Walters. This was one that I saw just in the shelf while I was browsing. I saw the spine and I was like, oh, I love this. It sounds really interesting. So it says literally the quote on the back is, if I could have a fiddle made of daddy's bones, I'd play it. I'd learn all the secrets he kept. I was like, oh, I gave it to my friend. I was like, look at this, look at this. And it says, Shady Grove inherited her father's ability to call ghosts from the grave with his fiddle. She also knows the fiddle's tunes bring nothing but trouble and darkness. But when her brother is accused of murder, she can't let the dead keep their secrets. In order to clear his name, she's going to have to make these ghosts sing. I'm really looking forward to reading this. It sounds really interesting. It sounds different. I've been on a bit of a more horror-y kick recently, and wanting to find more gay horror books and books that are a little bit different. I read The Sacrifice by Rin Chapeko, which I really, really enjoyed. I read a couple of Rin Chapeko's books which I really liked. Plain Bad Heroines was another one, and then I've been on big Yellow Jackets thing, so I'm trying to just read a little bit more. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Like I said, as soon as I read that one quote on the back, I was like, yeah, this is coming home with me. So I'm really looking forward to starting it. And then the final book that I got was Sodom Road Exit by Amber Dawn, and also I just love that this is a big floppy, any book that's extra floppy I'm obsessed with. This is set in the summer of 1990. If you know me, you know that I love books that are 80s, 90s. I love them. I love them. As it's the summer of 1990 and Crystal Beach in Ontario has lost its beloved long-running amusement park, leaving the lakeside village a virtual ghost town. It is back to this fallen community Starla Mia Martin must return to live with her overbearing mother after dropping out of university and racking up significant debt. But an economic downturn, mother-daughter drama, and Generation X disillusionment soon prove to be the least of Starla's troubles. A mysterious and salacious force begins to dog Starla. Inexplicable sounds in the night and unimaginable sights spotted on the periphery. Soon enough, Starla must confront the unresolved traumas that haunt Crystal Beach. Sodom Road Exit might read like a conventional paranormal thriller, except that Starla is far from a conventional protagonist. Where the others might feel fear, Starla feels lust and queer desire. When others might run, Starla draws the horror nearer, and in turn, she draws a host of capricious characters towards her, all of them challenged to seek answers but in their own temporal realities. Sodom Road Exit, the second novel by Amber Dawn, is a book that's alive with both desire and dread. So, again, very much on that horror vibe, queer horror. Like I said, I'm very much on a kick at the moment, and this sounded so interesting. I'd never heard of it before. It was one that I pulled off the shelf and it was completely new to me. And that's what's so good about going to shops like Gaze the Word and Queer Lit and other like queer independent bookshops, is that in big stores like Waterstones and Foyles, which I love, you know I love them, the queer section is so small. Except Waterstones Piccadilly, theirs is pretty big. It's so small, and it's the same books over and over again because it's the popular books. So in order to, you know, and I've read all of those, so in order to try and find other queer books, you have to do a lot more research. And I mainly read queer books, like it's very rare that I read books that aren't. But so the books that, so I do a lot more research, you know, like I'm very much online and researching, and I spend a lot of my time in Gaze the Word. But that's what's so good, is that you know that every book in there is, so you're going to find books that fit what you want to read, but then also accompany so many different genres. It's not the same like 6 books on a display, it's loads and loads of different books. And that's what's so good about it, and that's what I liked about going into Queer Lit. It was exactly the same. There was all these different genres, all these different types, and you knew that all of them were some kind of queer and had such an interesting exploration on queer experiences and queer lives, and that's what I really liked about it. So I'm really intrigued to read different types of queer literature, and I feel like I've got a very specific selection here, but in a really good way. Like I'm interested to kind of step out of what I would usually read in regards to queer literature and read more of them. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to reading these. I had such a lovely experience in Queer Lit. The guy that was in there was so lovely, so knowledgeable, just like so excited to talk about loads of books. It was just so lovely. And I was saying to my friend, what I love about it is that, you know, the whole place is just so safe, and everyone in there is in there because they want to experience the joy of queer literature. And everyone in there was so willing to just kind of talk. I was talking to some other people that were in there shopping, and it was so lovely. So it's making me just want to like just go to Manchester all the time. That was my haul from Queer Lit. Have you read any of these books? Let me know your thoughts on them in the comments, and we'll have a little discussion, and I'll link all of Queer Lit's information in the description as well. If you guys want to come and hang out with me on other social medias, that will also be in the description. Podcast is also in there. It's a Stranger Things podcast, so you can come check that out. You guys are doing really, 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 really well, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.